I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather. Ladies and gentlemen, chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit, bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that's just embarrassing. Look at this here, please.
This is a beautiful house, my man. How many square feet is this?
A little bit over 20,000 square feet. 3 or 4 levels.
Money Mayweather. Seems appropriate that you would be living in Vegas.
My mentality is always about, working smarter, not harder.
Floyd Money Mayweather once stood as the symbol of boxing glory and huge wealth, but new reports hint at another reality. Stephen A. Smith is raising doubts about how strong Mayweather's business kingdom really is. Is the unbeaten legend now meeting his hardest battle yet? Possible money collapse as the $42 million controversy rattles the boxing scene.
The $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we on ESPN. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. It's close to 15 million. You're right, it's close to 15 million.
And you don't drive?
Floyd Mayweather spent many years promoting himself as the top-earning athlete in the world while proudly talking about $100 million fight earnings whenever his name appears in the news.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
Now a strong voice from the combat sports world is challenging that whole story. Former UFC title challenger and analyst Chael Sonnen says it may be one of the biggest illusions in sports promotion and hints that Mayweather's claimed 9-figure fight payments could have been only a clever show with no real truth behind them.
This phrase, fake news.
Yeah.
Why is he saying that? What does that even mean? You can trust the news. There's no such thing as people were dressed up as empty seats, and I mean thousands of people.
No.
I bought my mother's ticket that day. That day, my mother decides that she wants to go to the fight. So I'm in there, and I'm telling the world that this place is sold out because that's what's on the screen. And I go, it's not even close. Yeah. This isn't like, it's pretty much full. This isn't, there's thousands of empty seats. That was the first time that in my own life I ever just, wow, fake news is real.
Wow.
And then Mayweather, they wanted a rematch. They were begging. They were doing more media trying to get a rematch than they did leading into the first match. And the guys that...
While Mayweather showed off luxury watches, private jets, and bank papers, the solid money evidence, according to Sonnen, never truly appeared. There was no official confirmation from any broadcast company or outside source, only media stories and public claims.
Never puts that press release and sends it out.
What?
Never has a company that's publicly traded had an executive back those numbers.
This brings up a harsh question. Was Mayweather's empire built on real fight payments or only hype, ego, and strong promotion? Sonnen is not the only person raising doubts. With legal money disputes, unpaid jewelry claims, and a crypto fraud case connected to his name, the money image seems to be breaking from every direction. Floyd Mayweather has always represented unreachable wealth in boxing. He was the fighter who made luxury his daily lifestyle and turned the name money into his full identity. But behind the private planes and massive shopping habits, the flaws in that picture are starting to appear, and they are appearing quicker than most people believed. Rumors are spreading that Mayweather has money problems. Almost nobody is saying it directly except fighters who once competed against him. Even Oscar de la Hoya, who was once his rival and later showed some support, could not ignore what is happening. De la Hoya, who often spoke in Mayweather's favor publicly, has now been pushed to accept the truth.
You have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard, I know life is expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen.
Coming from a promoter who understands both the sport and its money side, De La Hoya's statement did not feel like simple criticism. It sounded closer to a final message about a falling financial legacy. The jewelry court case, stories about hidden assets, and a growing list of exhibition matches all point toward the idea that Mayweather's claimed billion-dollar empire may not be as strong as fans once thought. The fact that De La Hoya, who once fought against him in the ring, is now showing concern instead of competition sends a stronger message than any financial record. The surprising part is that Mayweather did not stay quiet during this situation. While De La Hoya spoke publicly with sympathy, Floyd reminded people about their shared business past. When the topic turns to money and trust, Mayweather has often suggested that De La Hoya was not always honest when dealing with business matters behind the scenes.
Built this guy up. He was fighting on my undercard. He was the co-main. We helped build this guy up. And you know what Oscar De La Hoya do? You know what Mr. Loyal Oscar De La Hoya do? I'm sorry, Miss Disloyal Oscar De La Hoya do? He take him right over to HBO and cut a deal with HBO. And when he cut the deal, he got money, but I bet Canelo didn't see none. But these are the things that people don't know about in a sport.
For a man who created his image by showing off riches, this situation was not only about Canelo or past business deals. Mayweather seemed to point toward a history of secret agreements, quiet payments, and money moves kept away from the public eye. These same money issues are now appearing through legal battles, unpaid debts, and silent selling of assets. It is not only money specialists and retired champions who are questioning Mayweather's empire. Fighters from his own era and rivals who once faced him in the ring have also begun exposing the truth. Logan Paul, who fought Mayweather, is still waiting for payment that he claims strangely disappeared after their match. His anger and disappointment have been very clear, and he did not hide his feelings at all.
Okay, it's not in full. Like, there's a couple million somehow that is just missing. Where did the money go? Floyd said he could afford a Jeff Bezos-sized jet from the money he made from that fight. I ain't got a debt. What the fuck, dude? I'm missing a couple mil. We're gonna find it. We'll see you in court. The artist happens. Just like, mark my words, we're coming for you. We're coming for your millions.
Legal battle missing huge amounts of money and another break in the Money Mayweather image. What began as a simple boxing exhibition turned into a chase for lost payment. Logan is not the only person suggesting that the figures connected to Floyd's wealth may not be correct. When fighters themselves have to go to court just to receive their earnings, it creates one serious question. Is Mayweather's financial empire already losing its power and running out of strength? Even as Logan Paul pushed ahead with his lawsuit saying Mayweather never gave him his full payment for their fight, Floyd did not remain quiet. True to his usual style, he fired back, pointing fingers at the business side and treated the whole controversy as if it were just small change.
It's like I'm still collecting checks from fights 7 or 8 years ago. I'm still collecting checks. Why? Because I made smart moves and I'm my own boss. So they hate when a table is turned. You know, look how many years they've been owing us money. But we don't never trip. So now when the table is turned, they say, oh, you owe us something. Be happy with the biggest payday.
Mayweather's calm reaction made the lawsuit seem like normal business, but the situation hinted at more. With unpaid fighters, jewelers filing claims, and whispers of asset sales, Floyd's financial empire appears to be under pressure from all sides. No clever move can hide the growing list of people still waiting for money. Logan's story reveals a side of Mayweather's business most fans never see. For years he was not only earning in the ring, he was managing the money around it. From buying whole sections of tickets before anyone else could to selling them for huge profits, Floyd's money game went far beyond the fights themselves. On the surface, Logan even said that the strategy itself was neither illegal nor unusual for someone managing their own fight promotions. It was simply business. But the bigger issue, according to him, was not about selling tickets for profit. The real problem was that investors were kept unaware and millions of dollars disappeared after the tickets were sold.
Particular lawsuit, he had an investor pay $1.4 million in total for this section, and the investor was promised that the seats would sell at I think a 7 to 8x multiple, and he expected a return on his investment. And sure enough, he didn't get his initial investment back. He's strung along. He gets like $100K here and there, strung along, not getting paid. Now his investment allegedly is being rolled into Floyd's alleged fight with Manny Pacquiao, and so the investor's being strung along on this thing, and eventually, like us, it's like, yo, we're simply not getting paid in full. Like, we've been fucking dragged along for way too long now. And this guy finally filed a lawsuit against Floyd Mayweather. So that's
What began as a clever business plan gradually turned into claims of broken promises, unpaid profits, and now legal battles. Logan's statements reveal a trend that is hard to ignore. More and more fighters, investors, and partners are still waiting for Mayweather to pay what he owes. While his public image remains tied to private jets and million-dollar shopping sprees, the flaws in the Money Mayweather brand are starting to appear. And this time the complaints are not from reporters or former promoters. They come from the people who actually fought him. Logan Paul, who took part in one of the most watched exhibition matches of the decade with Mayweather, says the real struggle didn't end with the final bell. It started once the cameras stopped, and according to him, the promised payment still hasn't been received.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
short a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this one to court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a...
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. Yeah, we're taking him to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
yeah, see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison.
The moment Logan's statements went public, the image of Mayweather's untouchable fortune started falling apart even more. This was not a resentful promoter or an old rival talking behind the scenes. It was someone who had shared the ring with him, shook the same hands, and signed the same contracts. Floyd Mayweather, who has always been confident and openly proud of his luxurious lifestyle, keeps showing that no matter what people say, his success is real. His words remind everyone of the wealth he has earned and the empire he has built through hard work and smart business moves.
Everything is okay. I still got my private jets. Let me put an S on that because I got 3 of them. Still got my private jets. I still have all my beautiful homes, still have all my properties everywhere, and still making me.
These words are more than just showing off. They prove that despite the challenges inside and outside the ring, Mayweather has stayed a financial powerhouse with a lifestyle that many in sports and beyond envy. While Floyd Mayweather continues to make money and lead the boxing world, not everyone agrees with his recent moves. Critics like Stephen A. Smith have spoken out against his choice to fight in exhibition matches against non-boxers, especially the well-known Logan Paul fight. In Smith's view, Floyd is putting his legendary reputation at risk by facing opponents who don't belong in the ring and lowering the overall value of his career. For Smith, Mayweather's actions show that he is chasing money over protecting his legacy.
As great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
While Smith admits that Floyd's ability to make money is unmatched, he criticizes the idea of promoting fights that don't show real boxing skill. In his view, exhibition matches against people like Logan Paul, who have no true boxing background, hurt Mayweather's legacy and weaken the sport's credibility. Stephen A. thinks Floyd has already proven everything and should focus on protecting his legendary status instead of taking fights that get attention but don't add to his career in the ring. They say the higher you climb, the harder you fall, and for Floyd Mayweather, that fall may have already happened behind closed doors. The man who once counted millions on camera showing cash like it was nothing is now facing lawsuits, unpaid bills, and rumors that his financial empire is crumbling from within. For years, Mayweather convinced everyone he was untouchable, the pay-per-view king, the luxury master, the man who turned boxing into a billion-dollar business. But what if the money was never really there? What if the private jets, the diamond chains, and the flashy bank slips were just props in the biggest financial illusion the fight world has ever seen?
And it's crazy, but it's happening. Yeah, 50 Cent is pretty much exposing the fact that Floyd Mayweather is having issues, but it was not 50 that started it. It was actually business inside.
Floyd Mayweather is stepping into Manhattan's multi-family ring in a big way. the retired boxers has gone into a contract to pay $420 million for a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio with more than 60 buildings, according to sources familiar to the deal. Josh Gotti of Black Spruce Management is the seller, and Black Spruce Magazine declined comment. It says also here that the investor partnered with Maynard Orchard on a $1.8 billion deal for 1,766 units spanning 6 rental buildings and in acquisition of the American Cooper Building, twin luxury towers in Murray Hills with the view of the east.
The $42 million scandal is more than just a headline, it's a warning. Behind the designer clothes and staged Instagram posts, the truth about Floyd's so-called fortune is starting to appear. This time, no amount of PR can protect the money brand from serious trouble. And if you think the $42 million controversy ends here, think again. The deeper you look, the worse the picture gets for Floyd Mayweather. Beneath all the Instagram filters and private jet photos, the real Floyd may be a victim of his own ego. A man so focused on looking rich he forgot to actually stay rich. And when Stephen A. Smith questions your finances on national television, it's no longer just critics talking, it's a sign the walls are closing in. Floyd Mayweather didn't just sell fights, he sold the idea of untouchable wealth. But when you remove the flashy watches and fake bank slips, what's left is a man running out of time, out of luck, and judging by these lawsuits, out of money. The $42 million scandal may not have been just a bad deal, it could be the final blow to the Money Mayweather myth. What do you think? Is Mayweather's money empire really falling apart, or has he been fooling the world all along? Share your thoughts in the comments.